welcome back to my channel, and thank you guys for joining me for another Teacher Tip Thursday. So it is August the 22nd, and so I wanted to come on and just give y'all some advice on how to respond to emails. One thing about parent emails is they can catch you off guard. I mean, sometimes you'll get an email and you'll read it for like face value first, and then you're like, oh no, they didn't, right? But what you want to do is just take some time first, read it, step away from it, then go back to it and read it again. Because sometimes, depending on our mood, depending on how we're doing, we may interpret what they're saying in a certain way. And so we want to be careful and mindful of that. So that's why I'm saying read it. Don't respond immediately. Take you some time. Go back, reread it again when you may be in a quiet space, maybe when you're not in a rush or anything like that. And then draft up your response. When you're drafting up your response, if you feel like you have to say so many words to explain what you're saying, it's best to maybe do a phone call, because sometimes your words, just like what they say to you, can be taken the wrong way. Your words written down can be taken the wrong way again. So my suggestion is, if you can respond with 1 to 2 sentences, do that email. But if you have to take more than a sentence or two to respond to that parent, go ahead and give them a phone call so that you all can have a mutual understanding, so that they can understand where you're coming from, and you all can kind of build a good rapport. So that is my tip for that. And then while we're talking about responding to emails, there's one thing that you can do to turn around having so many not so good emails from parents, or parents sending you emails like questioning, your teaching and what you're doing and what's going on in your classroom. One thing you can do is, I like to, every Friday, I give like a blanket a blanket like overview of the week. So it'll be something like, hey, everyone in the classroom, just about everyone in the classroom had a great week. Everyone was pretty much on task. They did so well, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be sending home some work for you on the test this is the test that we did. I've tested them on, and I'm going to send that home so that you all can see it. It will be in our folders next week. Please look at them and sign them. And I'm looking forward to a great week. And then if it's something that maybe I want the class to work on, I'll say, continue working on sight words, or continue practicing doing, whatever. Maybe if it's like a misbehavior that they're, maybe doing or whatever, continue, maybe you want to practice doing like, saying like kind words or something like that, in that little blanket text. And a lot of parents, they like that, because they feel like I'm, really communicating with them, letting them know pretty much, not individually how every child is doing, but when you say pretty much everyone was doing like really well in school, like 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, oh, my child is doing well, right? Unless I give you that personal phone call and say, hey, little Susie, was it doing so well? Whatever. But that kind of lets parents know, especially in the primary ages, like, hey, my child is doing pretty well, or my child is adjusting. Like this week, I let them know, hey, students are adjusting to our routines and our classroom procedures. I've been having a problem with kids falling asleep or whatever. So I said at the end, they've been doing such a great job with following the routines and procedures, even though I know it's been a long day. Just a quick reminder, we don't take naps in kindergarten, so please make sure your student is going to bed on time, so that they can continue to stay awake during class. Like that. That's pretty much what I said. So you can find different ways to address different things, and always you want to form a consistent habit of updating parents on what's happening in the classroom. And that's one good way to do it, like every Friday or every Monday, every Wednesday, whatever you want to do. I love, communicating with my parents to remind, so I can schedule that out. So you can schedule out your announcement. So just type it up and schedule it out. And that way, it's already done and you don't have to worry about that. So those are my tips for y'all for this week, and I will see y'all in the next one.